Members, we're almost ready to vote. The Minority Leader from Lyon, Representative Seifert.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, members, we have been waiting a long time for this, a long time. And a not so long time ago in voting booths not far away, the voters thought that they were voting for some real change and put in a cast of characters at the legislature to construct solutions to their problems. Amongst them, health care, education, property taxes. And I think at the end of this session, you're probably not going to see much accomplished on any of those. And it reminds me somewhat of a movie I've seen several hundred times. I watched it with my daughter the other day, the Star Wars series. And Representative Lenczewski and Representative Marquardt, I appreciate your hard work, but you have created the Death Star of tax policy. We are going to see no relief. We are going to see no relief for people this year in the area of property taxes. We have a very large, complicated bill that does more harm than good. And if you fill out the little calculator, the little Rube Goldberg device that was emailed out to the membership, I'm not a wealthy person. I don't make six figures. I come out as a loser in this bill. So I asked someone in the press corps, fill it out. Someone from a newspaper not exactly friendly to my ideology. And they were losers under this bill. In fact, if you run the analysis, the Yoda of tax policy, Commissioner Innes, ran this through and found out that a majority of the population are losers in this bill. And when you unleash your Death Star upon the population, we will hear millions of voices crying out at once, and then silence. They will be pinched harder, hurt more money coming out of their pockets. You can go to the Cantina Cafe, also known as the Senate, and try to work out some type of agreement with the interesting characters in the conference committee. But I would argue with you that you have a bill that is friendly to the governor. This is not a governor-friendly bill, members. Taking away deductibility for those who file and take deductibility on property taxes off of their income tax, that doesn't just hurt wealthy people. It hurts everybody who deducts their property taxes. Constituents who are hardworking middle-class taxpayers in your district, in a majority of cases, will pay more. And the governor has his lightsaber ready to slash this bill down because it hurts the majority of the taxpayers out there. The House Democrats are much like the stormtroopers in the Star Wars movies. There are many a number, but really poor shots when it comes to accomplishing good policy. And you may have the force of government to extract more dollars out of their pocket, the dark side of taxation, the dark side using the power of the government to force more and more dollars out of people's pockets. And while we are a small group of rebels and we are small in number, we know that we have the force of good on our side. We have freedom. And we have the ability to say no, because at some point this will go to the governor's desk. And this governor is going to listen very carefully to the Master of Tax Policy, Commissioner Innes, and he is going to veto this bill if it is not dramatically improved. There are bizarre things in this bill. It was hastily constructed in taking away the deductibility to help pay for the very complicated devices of tax relief for some but an increase in the system overall. You have constructed a system where people will be very upset at the ballot box this fall if this were to pass, because a majority of the population are losers under the runs that we have seen that was constructed not only by Commissioner Innes, but by nonpartisan House research. And so, members, stick with the good side of the force today. Do not be compelled to the dark side of higher taxes, more complication, hurting your constituents, and making them pay more taxes under the guise of tax relief when it is actually a tax increase. It cannot get much more bizarre than a bill like this, other than perhaps it would be revealed that Senator Poggemiller is my father. But I would tell you, at the end of the day, when all is said and done, there will be more said than done in tax policy. We need real relief. Please listen to us, and please listen to the governor, and please vote no.